We're going to go to Eden next, where Gary has a question about the nuclear option. Gary, you're on the line with Senator Lee.
Hello, Gary.
Hello, Representative Lee.
Hi.
First of all, I want to play by the same rules the Democrats did. If they use a nuclear option, 50% plus one, to pass bills they want to pass, why won't you, the Republicans, do the same thing, play by the same rules?
Okay, great question, Gary. So you're referring to the nuclear option which was deployed by the Democrats in November of 2013.
Yes.
It's important to remember, Gary, that the Democrats did that not in connection with the legislative calendar of the Senate, but with the executive calendar of the Senate. Let me explain what I mean by that. They deployed the nuclear option to modify the effect of Rule 22 of the Senate, which requires a supermajority 60-vote threshold on what's called a cloture vote. The cloture vote in the Senate is what occurs when you bring debate to a close. You typically have to get to a cloture vote to bring debate to a close before you can pass most legislation. The Democrats deployed that not with respect to legislation, but with respect to presidential nominations. And so they went nuclear on that front and not on the legislative front. I've long maintained that it's wrong to break the rules of the Senate in order to change the rules of the Senate. I think they should have gone through the normal process. There is very little likelihood of any nuclear option going on right now because you've got a divided Senate and White House relationship, meaning the Senate is under the control of the Republican Party and the White House is under the control of the Democratic Party. Under those circumstances, I wouldn't expect to see anyone undertaking the nuclear option. I suspect that there could be some talk of it if the Democrats get control of the Senate and retain control of the White House after the next election, or if Republicans retain control of the Senate and the White House at the same time. There could be more talk of that. There is no talk of that right now because of where we are. But in any event, I don't see that moving onto the legislative calendar. I see that as being something that will remain limited to the executive calendar.